So it looks like Betty Boop is now getting her own horror movie. That's the thing now. Turn every single beloved character into a horror movie. And you know what? That's fine. I'm good with it. Some of it's actually pretty good. Some of it's actually pretty entertaining. Betty Boop, on the other hand, I have no idea how you're going to turn Betty Boop into some horror monster. I don't see it. So let's figure this out. It says, according to Deadline, Betty Boop horror adaptation heading to AFM with VMI. It says VMI Worldwide is taking Boop, a horror take on the classic Betty Boop cartoon, to the American film market. It says First Class Productions will produce the film, which is being described as a reimagining of the 1930s character icon Betty Boop, but told through a genre lens. Now, the synopsis, here we go with this, says a team of horror podcast investigators break into an abandoned theater to discover the hauntings of the Scarlet, once known as Boop. A simple investigation turns into a horrific bloodbath as they fight to escape the murderous Boop as she is out for revenge. Oh boy. I can see a lot of different characters having an angle that could be turned horror. Betty Boop, on the other hand, I'm not so sure how you're going to do this. It says Boop's dark history is extremely grim, but this telling allows her to get her power back. A true testament of feminism led by a predominantly female team. The only thing I can think of is Betty Boop being a showgirl. Something had to go wrong. Something had to go bad. She was wronged probably by some male director, and now she's out for revenge. Anyone who shows up to this stage or whatever, she's going to kill him. That's my thoughts. Is it going to work? I don't know. No idea. But I will say this. From this photo that we have here, from VMI Worldwide, this looks strange. Now, I get the mask is probably going to have to be cartoony to kind of really portray Betty Boop because she had very exaggerated features, but I don't know about this. We got a very dark Betty Boop eating entrails. I mean, I don't know what to say about this. I think we crossed the line. I'm fine with turning Winnie the Pooh into a horror movie. I'm fine with turning Popeye the Slayer Man into a horror movie. I'm fine with Pinocchio and Peter Pan all being turned into horror movies. But Betty Boop? Betty Boop? I don't know how this is going to work. I just don't.